My manager told me to ignore the man at pump 6. I thought it was just corporate paranoia. Now I understand why the last night shift worker disappeared. My name is Marcus. I work the overnight shift at a stop-and-go gas station off Route 47. It's isolated woods on 3 sides, highway 200 yards away. At night, the place feels like it's at the edge of the world. I took the job because I needed money. The night shift paid extra, and I figured, how busy could a gas station be at 3 a.m.? Mostly truckers, insomniacs, the occasional traveler running on fumes. Simple work, or so I thought. The gas station itself is small. 6 pumps outside, flickering neon sign that says open 24/7. Inside, it's all harsh fluorescent lights and the constant hum of refrigerators. Pump 6 is the furthest from the building, right at the edge where the parking lot meets the tree line. The overhead lights don't quite reach it properly. It sits there in this weird half shadow that makes everything around it feel wrong. On my first day, my manager Rick handed me a laminated card. His hands were shaking slightly as he slid it across the desk. "Night shift rules," he said. "Non-negotiable." I read through them. 5 rules, all about Pump 6. Never acknowledge anyone at Pump 6 after midnight. If they come inside, ring up their gas, but don't make eye contact. If Pump 6 starts running backward, the counter going down instead of up, don't try to stop it, just let it finish. Never go outside to help someone at Pump 6. If they need assistance, call me. I don't care what time it is. If the man at Pump 6 asks you for directions, tell him you're new and don't know the area, nothing else. Check the timestamp on camera 4 every hour. If it's stuck on 3:33 a.m. for more than 5 minutes, lock the doors and call me immediately. I laughed. I actually laughed. Is this some kind of hazing thing? Rick didn't smile. His face was gray, tired. The last guy didn't follow the rules. Now he's gone. What do you mean gone? I mean, he stopped showing up for work. We went to his apartment door. Was unlocked. All his stuff still there. But he was gone. Police filed a missing person report. They never found him. Rick looked at me hard. Just follow the rules, Marcus, please. I should have asked more questions. But I needed the job, and honestly, I thought he was messing with me. If you've ever worked alone at 3 a.m., you know that feeling when every sound seems too loud and the silence in between feels like it's watching you. It was my first week. Tuesday night, around 1:30 in the morning. I heard the bell chime. Someone had pulled up to a pump. I glanced at the security monitor. A navy blue pickup truck, old model, maybe late 80s, parked at Pump 6. Through the window, I watched a man get out. Middle-aged, maybe late 40s. Denim jacket, white t-shirt, work boots. He looked completely normal. Just another late-night customer. I went back to restocking the candy aisle. A few minutes later, the door chimed. The man from Pump 6 walked in. Up close, he looked even more ordinary. Clean-cut, weathered face. The kind of guy you'd see at any gas station in America. I know I should have followed the rules. But he was already inside. Already speaking to me. Ignoring him completely seemed ruder than just being polite. "Evening," he said. His voice was soft, almost kind. He smiled. "Hey," I replied. "You new here?" "Yeah, first week. Night shift." "That's rough." He walked slowly toward the counter. "You like working here?" I shrugged. "It's a job." He nodded, still smiling. Then he reached into his pocket and pulled out a handful of change. He counted it carefully on the counter, coin by coin. $6.66, exact change. That's when I noticed something odd. The coins looked old, really old. I picked up a quarter. The date said 1952. "These are pretty old," I said. "Are they?" He tilted his head slightly, like he was genuinely surprised. "I've had them a while." I bagged the coins and handed him the receipt. He took it without breaking eye contact. Then he turned and walked toward the door. At the threshold, he paused, looked back over his shoulder. "See you Thursday," he said. The door chimed as he left. I stood there, confused. I hadn't told him I was working Thursday. Hell, I'd only gotten my schedule that morning. It wasn't posted anywhere. How did he know? And then I realized something else. Something that made my skin crawl. During our entire 3-minute conversation, he hadn't blinked. Not once. Thursday came. At exactly 1:47 a.m., the same blue truck pulled up to Pump 6. Same man, same time, like clockwork. This time, I followed the rules. When he came inside, I kept my head down. I rang up his gas $6.66 again, paid in old coins again, and I didn't say a word beyond the total. He didn't speak either, just placed the coins on the counter, one by one, smiled, left. Over the next 2 weeks, he came like clockwork. Every Thursday and Saturday night, 1:47 a.m. Always Pump 6. Always those ancient coins. Never a word, never blinking, just that same calm smile. I started getting paranoid. I reviewed the security footage, trying to figure out what I was dealing with. That's when I saw something impossible. In one clip, I watched him pumping gas at Pump 6, clear as day. Then I switched to camera 5, which covers Pumps 3 and 4. He was there too. Same man, same denim jacket, same exact posture, at the same exact moment. I switched back to camera 6, still there. Camera 5, still there. He was in both places at once. I rubbed my eyes. I must have been seeing things. Night shifts mess with your perception. But when I played it back again, frame by frame, there was no mistake. 2 of him, simultaneously. That's when I started looking for answers. I found the logbook in the back office, shoved behind a stack of old inventory binders. The previous night shift worker, his name was Tyler, had kept detailed notes. Most of it was routine, deliveries, maintenance issues, difficult customers. But toward the end, the handwriting changed. It got shakier, more frantic. The words started running together. One entry, dated about 3 weeks before he disappeared, read, "He knows my schedule. He knows my name." I never told him either. Don't go outside. Don't break the rules. Whatever you do, don't go outside. If you're reading this, you've seen him too. Pump 6. It's always Pump 6. A week later, saw him at Pump 3 and Pump 6 at the same time tonight. Checked the footage 3 times. It's real. What the hell is he? 3 days before Tyler vanished. He brought someone with him, a woman. She tried to get me to come outside, said it was an emergency. I almost went. I almost broke the rules. The last entry was just 2 words, scrawled huge across the page. "He's coming." After that, nothing. The log just ended. I asked Rick about Tyler the next day, during shift change. What exactly happened to him? The truth. Rick sighed. He looked exhausted. His name was Tyler Brennan, 22 years old. One day he just stopped showing up. We tried calling, phone was disconnected. Went to his apartment, door was unlocked. TV still on, food rotting in the fridge. But Tyler was gone, not a trace. Did he work Pump 6? Rick nodded slowly. Yeah. And toward the end, he stopped following the rules, started asking questions, trying to figure out what was going on. Then one night he just left. Left how? Rick pulled out his phone and showed me something. Security footage, time-stamped 3 months earlier. It showed Tyler behind the counter. The timestamp read 3:33 a.m. Tyler was staring at something off camera. Then he grabbed his jacket, walked toward the door, and stepped outside. The exterior camera showed him crossing the parking lot, walking toward Pump 6, where a figure stood waiting. Then the footage cut to static. When it came back 10 seconds later, Tyler was gone. The parking lot was empty. "That's the last anyone ever saw him," Rick said quietly. My hands were shaking. "What is that thing?" "I don't know, but it's been showing up here for years. Police ran the plates on that truck once. Came back to a vehicle involved in a fatal accident on Route 47 inches, 1,994. Driver was killed on impact, but that truck keeps showing up. And that man keeps coming back. Week 4. 1:47 a.m. The blue truck pulled up to pump 6. But this time, the man wasn't alone. A woman got out of the passenger side, mid-30s, wearing a floral dress that seemed wrong for the cold October night. They both started walking toward the store. My heart was pounding. The woman came in first. Her eyes were wide, frantic. "Please," she said breathlessly. "My father, he's outside. I think he's having a heart attack. Do you have a phone I can use?" Through the window, I could see the man. He wasn't moving, just standing at pump 6, perfectly still, staring directly at the store. At me? "I'll call for help," I said. I grabbed the phone and dialed Rick's number. The line was dead. Not ringing. Not busy. Just silence. I tried again. Nothing. The woman was getting more agitated. "Please, you have to help. Just come outside for a second. Just look at him, please." I hung up and grabbed the landline instead. As I dialed 911, I glanced at the security monitor. The woman was standing right in front of me. I could see her in my peripheral vision. But on the monitor, the camera angle that showed her reflection in the window behind her, the reflection didn't match. Her reflection was standing at a different angle, moving differently, like it was on a 5-second delay. My blood went cold. "Never mind," the woman said suddenly. All the panic drained from her voice. It went flat, empty. "He's fine now." She turned and walked out. No hurry, no concern. Through the window, I watched her and the man get back into the truck. They didn't start the engine, didn't drive away. They just sat there, both of them staring at the store. I checked camera 4. The timestamp read 3:33 a.m. I looked at my phone. It said 2:14 a.m. I locked both doors. The truck sat there for 23 minutes by my phone's clock. Neither of them moved, didn't shift position, didn't look away, just stared. Then, between one blink and the next, the truck vanished. Not drove away, vanished. One frame it was there, the next the parking lot was empty. I checked the phone line. It worked fine. I called Rick. He arrived 15 minutes later. We reviewed the footage together. When he saw the woman's mismatched reflection, he went pale. "Jesus Christ." Then he pulled up the old footage of Tyler again. "I need you to see something else." He fast-forwarded to the moment Tyler walked toward pump 6. Then he zoomed in on the waiting figure. It was the same man, same denim jacket, same posture. "That was 3 months ago," Rick said. "Same guy, same truck. He doesn't age, he doesn't change, and he's been doing this for 30 years. Week 5, Thursday night, 1:47 a.m. The blue truck pulled up to pump 6. 3 people got out. The man, the woman, and a third figure I could barely make out in the shadows near the truck bed. The woman started pounding on the front door. "Emergency! Please, someone's hurt!" The man at pump 6 didn't move, just stared. On the back camera monitor, I saw the third figure moving around the building, heading toward the rear entrance. I locked both doors, hit the panic button. The alarm started shrieking. And then all 3 figures outside did something that made my stomach drop. They turned their heads toward the store at the exact same instant. Not close, not almost synchronized. Identical, frame perfect, like they shared a single mind. The parking lot lights started flickering, one by one, in sequence, from pump 6 all the way to pump 1. Then the fluorescents inside the store joined in. I looked at camera 4, 3:33 a.m. My phone said 1:52 a.m. I was missing an hour, or gaining one. I didn't know anymore. I toggled through the different security cameras, trying to keep track of all 3 figures. That's when I saw it. The man was standing at pump 6. I could see him clearly. I switched to camera 3. He was there too. Same man, same stance. Camera 1. There again. 3 identical copies of him, all standing at different pumps, all staring at the building. My hands were shaking so badly, I almost dropped the monitor. Headlights swept across the parking lot. Rick's car came screeching into the lot. The instant his headlights touched the figures, they vanished. All three of them. Gone. Only the blue truck remained at pump 6. Rick burst through the door. "You okay?" I couldn't speak, just pointed at the monitor. The police came. They reviewed everything, took statements, ran the plates on the truck. Same story Rick had told me. Vehicle involved in a fatal accident in 1994. Driver killed instantly on Route 47, less than a mile from the gas station. The truck had been totaled. They towed it anyway. Ran forensics. Found nothing. No prints, no DNA. Like it had been wiped completely clean. But there was one thing that didn't make sense. I'd kept one of the receipts from the man's visits. Just a regular transaction receipt. The police looked at it as part of their evidence collection. The timestamp on the receipt said the 15th of March, 1994, 30 years ago. The register had printed it in real time, right in front of me, but somehow the date was wrong. The detective had no explanation. Neither did Rick, neither did I. I still work at the Stop and Go. Rick doubled my pay to keep me on, and now I never work alone. They installed new lights around pump 6, upgraded all the cameras, put in reinforced locks on both doors. But none of it matters, because the man still comes back. Not to me. I follow the rules now, every single one. But 2 months ago, they hired a new guy for night shift. Younger kid, maybe 19, cocky. Thought the rules were a joke. Corporate paranoia, he said, laughing. Last week, he called in sick, didn't show up for his next 3 shifts. Rick went to his apartment. Same story as Tyler. Door unlocked, TV on, food in the fridge. But the kid was gone. The security footage from his last shift shows him doing exactly what Tyler did. Walking across the parking lot at 3:33 a.m. toward pump 6, where a blue truck was waiting. He never came back. I still work the night shift. I check camera 4 every hour. I follow every rule on that laminated card. And sometimes, late at night when the station is quiet and the highway sounds far away, I see that blue truck pull up to pump 6. The man gets out, stands there in the half shadow, and he looks at the store, at me. He smiles. I don't acknowledge him. I keep my head down, ring up his gas 666 in those ancient coins and pretend he doesn't exist. Because the rules aren't there to protect the customers. They're there to protect us. I still don't know what he is. A ghost, a demon, something worse, but I know what happens when you break the rules. I know, because I found something last week. We hired another new guy. I sat him down on his first day and handed him the laminated card. Night shift rules, I said. Non-negotiable. He laughed, just like I did. And when I got home that night, I checked my pockets out of habit. 3 quarters fell out. Old dated 1952. Old dated 1952.